there, you beautiful dreamers. Welcome back to Let's Play Yume 2kki, episode 192. The slow trudge towards the big 200 continues. Coming to you with a new version of the game. It doesn't sound all that new. We've only gone from 120 to 120C, but as is the way these days, a lot of that seems to be covered in like the little updates. I don't know what that little message there says, but I'm sure it's not important. It's never important, is it? We don't need to read this. We've managed this far without being able to read Japanese. So what's a little bit more to do? Is there, I always had like a black shirt? Who knows? Yeah, so what we're going to do today? Well, there's some interesting things, not all of which are necessarily that new, but they are interesting nevertheless that we're going to have a look at. And we're going to have to look at them in a reasonably specific order. Now this Nexus, I mean look at this. There's fucking doors everywhere now. It's like fucking Door City. It's like the Doors. We're not going to look at that. We're going to go to everyone's favourite world. That's right. It's this one. Everyone loves this world to bits with its fried eggs and its street lights and its... Now, you see, when you're a dumbass like me, you see, what we want is this flickering street light here. When I've been doing a bit of recon, I've struggled immensely to find that. Turns out all you need to do is go down to this streetlight and then there it is. It's easy. Top tip, dreamers. So this is a pretty world, isn't it? Look at this. Blammo. Wow. Fireworks. Fireworks in May, who would have thought? What are we celebrating? Celebrating nearly getting to 200 videos, that's what we're celebrating. That's right, dreamers. Just you wait, I've got a fucking treat in store for all of you. Haha. When I think of it, that is. It's nice though. It's interesting because this world seems to have quite a lot of atmosphere and detail. Now we don't want that. Smelly. We want that. It's got a lot of detail and atmosphere to it, but like a few worlds, it seems quite transitory. You know, you kind of come in, and you do your thing, and then you're out again. You know, it's like a corner shop. Now I must say the ambience in here is fucking loud when it really hits its mark. We're gonna keep reasonably mission focused here. You might notice these faces here. If you pay close attention to them, you'll notice that they are getting a bit kind of drowsy looking, sleepy boys. We're gonna power on as far as we can. As far as we can, Uro, please. Right, now, we need to act quickly here. This is a familiar mechanic to, not that, those of you who've been watching these videos for a while. Not using the telephone effect to be fair, but kind of fading out sort of thing. We don't want to fade out just yet. We're so young, we've got so much ahead of us. We don't want to fade out just yet. These faces will take us away. And we don't want that. We want to go over here. Why do we want to go over here? I fucking said so, that's why. This of course another example of an overhanging foresty maze thing. Everyone's favourite. They must fucking love that in the Japanese 2kki community because they just seem to fucking go all out on it. It's like you can't just have a world. It has to have fucking overhanging fucking forest mazy bits in it. It's a long sound. What do we get from that? Well, we get a construction sign. It also tails for a long time, that sound. It's loud and it's long. Just how I like it. Loud and long. Doesn't do anything really. I guess this is going to be expanded on in like a future update or something. But, you know, that's okay, I suppose. So, rather than sitting looking at a construction sign, we'll just go back. All this excitement has made me a little bit wary. And Uro's tired. I mean, she's always tired. I mean, that's what happens when you're a dreamer. You're just always tired, so maybe we'll just hang out with these... hang on. That's less satisfying. What's good for that? What would be good for that? There we go. That's beautiful. We'll just shut our eyes for a little bit here in the company of these faces. The cake on our head. So I usually get to sleep, to be honest. I can't sleep unless I've got a cake on my head. Don't read too much into that, dreamers. Well, okay, guess the dream's over then. Well, that was fun. However, look at this. Someone's in my bed, the bastards. Well, what's going on here? Well, the clues, and you can do this still. Getting faked out, I suspect. And then these things work. Someone's in my bed. It's definitely not real. So we'll get out of here. It's a nice little intermission thing. I like the idea of that. Used frugally. It is nice. These guys don't react to the telephone now. Because they suck. Now, you might be thinking, Fudge, well, this is great, right? But surely you haven't brought us all this way just to look at another construction sign. Well, the thing is, I can't actually hear what you're saying. So, I'm going to just pretend that this is perfectly entertaining content. Otherwise, yeah, we've reached kind of another stopping point. But that's okay, isn't it? Can't kill this thing. Can we at least do this? Indeed we can. Yeah, as you can see, thrills and spills for the whole family. I haven't actually tried backtracking from here. I can't imagine we can go back. No. So we're here. I guess that's it. Which is fine, because this is a good opportunity for us to do the old shake and bomb. You do the shake and bomb. Right. Well, if that didn't whet your appetite for adventure, I don't know what will. I imagine these areas are to be fleshed out further in the future and all that. But we're going to go back, because we're not done yet. You might have noticed that peculiar looking statue thing that we saw in this world. So why don't we go see what that has to say? Maybe it's got some adventure in it. Because we do like adventure around these parts. We don't want to constantly just run into, you know, things indicating like the content is incomplete. Where's the fun in that? Yeah, this thing. What do you think this looks like, dreamers? Kind of looks like it's got smiley faces with silly haircuts. Kind of looks like a traffic light. Kind of looks like it's wearing headphones. I mean, it just looks rather otherworldly, doesn't it? I might just boost the volume a little bit because this song's cool. Do. It's got kind of an FM line to it, which is those of you who watch the streams, you know, I like my FM. We'll leave it up a little bit, just a little bit. So this is a nice place. Look at these traffic lights. Look at these little guys keeking out from their wee houses. They've seen the Uros in town. They know to hide their valuables. Can we get up? Nah, boring. Worst option possible. Boring old drink. Where's my fucking... Where's my... I want my... I'm quite hungry, actually. The Uro's hungry too. See, we're aligned. Cosmically aligned. Look at this bomb. I got one of those. Nah, you thought I was gonna do it, didn't you? You thought I was gonna try it. You thought I was gonna try it, didn't you? Didn't you? Didn't I? I know better. I've been playing this game for a while. No good will come of it. Well, that's interesting. We don't want to go in there. Not yet, anyway. Ho ho. We want to go up here. Yeah. Look at these guys. Cool statue. What do you think about this? Not a lot, it seems. Okay. Do 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 do. These guys literally are doing jack shit. Ooh, money. Thanks very much. we'll apply some Thanos logic to it. We'll cut out a certain number of them. It's population control, you see. Good. Oh, what? Why did we do that? Well, it's 'cause Uru's a bit of a dick, really, and following with, oh dear. Yeah, badass Uru. Following with what I was saying earlier, you know, if Uru's a bit of a dick, and Uru's hungry and Uru's tired, then that means I'm a bit of a dick. And I'm tired, and I'm hungry. There's also these little houses. I kind of like the quiet music in them, but aside from that, they're not particularly interesting. Unless you like little houses. I mean, there's nothing wrong with liking little houses, I guess. This guy's kind of excitable. Of course, there is something else that I would like us to find here, but we shall see what comes up first. Come on, Uru. It's all up to you, my friend. This way, maybe? No. No. There he is. This is what we want. So why did we do that? You might be wondering. Something to do. Look at this guy. Trapped in there with a bunch of headstones. What a fitting fate, huh? They all seem rather excitable, except for the ones that were around that statue. They were a bit more sedate. Maybe we should go hang out with them some more. They seemed a bit more peaceful. My kind of people. Oh, look at that. Mado was here. It's the Mado graffiti. It's a blood splatter on the floor. A tag. Ah, yes. This is what I wanted. Yeah, let's go in here. Yeah. As you can see, that was, much like everything else we've seen in this video, extremely worthwhile. I hope you enjoyed that, Dreamers. That was the money shot of the whole video, that. This game sometimes. This is kind of good. This reminds me of like the olden days. You remember the olden days, Dreamers, don't you? Where we sounded a bit echoey, a bit crap, and a bit more Scottish, strangely. Oh. Oh, well, that's tragic, isn't it? Possibly. These guys are interesting. They don't really do much, though. I like their design. They look kind of cute. They're like sentient candy corn. Candied corn. I don't know, it's not really a... I think it's an American thing. But they don't really do much. They're just here. You could slay them, I suppose. There's something to do, isn't it? Do 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 do. Yeah, you could do that. It's all for naught, though. It's all for naught. Well, okay. Having made our presence known to the locals, let's just get out of here and go in here. Wow, it's almost like I know where I'm going. Wow. Whatever happened to the days of just random exploration, huh? So I quite like this little bit. It's quite... It's disconcerting in its little way. Now you might have noticed something though. The astute dreamer among you might have noticed a kind of a jolt there. A little bit of a hop. Of course we could just ride around here merrily till we get bored. I guess that is a little bit of a clue about what's happening here. But the naive 2kki player may think, well, That's the end of the line, right? Now, I don't know if any of you remember this from years ago. There was a gimmick where we had to use this thing to slide our way past trouble. We're going to slide twice, just for style points. You have to apply that again here. And this doesn't just take you to like one little one-off secret bit, it takes you to actual things. With all these traffic lights, I'm reminded a bit of a game called The White Chamber, which has a bit where you're walking down a corridor and there's like a traffic light flashing. I don't know if anyone else is familiar with that. I think it's okay to not be familiar with that. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. As a piece of entertainment, I suppose it's okay. So we're gonna go up this ladder. Get used to that, dreamers. Get used to that. And then we're gonna see what mysteries await us at the top. Maybe some more banging tunes, huh? I think all of the stuff that we're seeing today is the output of one particular author, and I've got high hopes for them because I think all of this stuff is nice. It's nice. Listen to this beautiful music. I don't want to go in there. That's for smellies. Such beautiful music. So there's a few things that we want to have a look at in this area. It depends on how lucky we are if we come across all of them. I'm not going to exhaustively show every little nook and cranny of this area, but we'll take a whistle-stop tour of some things. There's a ladder here. Can't go up that. Can't even get to it. It's bullshit. There's a ladder there. But what do those arrows indicate? Who knows? Where you going, little pyramid guy? Away from Uro, it would seem. Sorry. Toilet's out of order. As usual. Beautiful murals. I'd put that in my house, actually. I think it's quite nice. Probably wouldn't have the space for it. You'd make space for something like that, though. If you bought that, you would definitely place it somewhere important, wouldn't you? You would, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? I would. Kind of harkens back to some other areas that are already in the game. Maybe a little bit of kind of Game Boy-esque sort of palette and feel, but or maybe even White Desert-y, just without the ominousness of it. Hey you look a little bit like you're out of Yume 2kki. Don't want to die though. I can't say I blame you. I wasn't pleasing this guy, is there? Now you might be wondering what's down all these ladders, but my current thinking is that's an adventure for another day, dreamers. It's definitely an adventure for another day. Unfortunately, the way that a lot of this is structured would make it challenging to try and do concisely in the space allotted to us, you know. We only have a finite amount of time together, dreamers, and I don't want to completely bore you. So we're running around in here endlessly, because, you know, I think you'd enjoy that a lot. Get out of my way, bitch. Right, okay, good. Yeah, there's some more things going on in here, but let's go in this little door. Well, okay. Red. Again, funky music. It's like a mast. Dominoes. Not to be associated with the pizza company. Some of this I haven't really looked at too much in detail, Dreamers, so... Oh. Delicious. That's what I want. I haven't looked around too much of this, so we're getting to experience some of this for the first time together, which I think is a nice thing. I like that. I'd like to be able to come across as a 2kki expert 100% of the time, but I think any of you who know me know that it's definitely a falsehood. I saw a door over there, did you see it? Interesting. Look at these guys. Get out of my way, creatures. Disemboweled. It's a poor wee dead guy up there. It looks like one of the guys from the other place, actually. Wow, they're getting really excited, aren't they? I mean, I don't want to kill you guys, but you happen to be in the way, so... that makes you acceptable casualties. I'm really sorry, I mean... well, I'm kinda sorry. Yeah. Interesting. It's all very interesting, isn't it? I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Fudge, when are we going to bump into the next under construction sign? So, I just don't know, Dreamers. I just don't know. Oh dear. RIP headphone users. Well, I guess that brings that to a conclusion then. Things ended rather abruptly. That probably makes it a good point to end the video, actually. There's actually a lot more to see in there, so we'll have to revisit that. Dramatic conclusions. Well, I suppose at least it wasn't another under construction sign, right? We have that to be thankful for. Good, okay. Did we get anything interesting out of that? Nope. Nope. So there we go. Episode 192 of Let's Play Yume 2kki, Dreamers. It has been a pleasure. I'll see you next time.